You step off the transport bus at 3:17 a.m., wrists raw from the cuffs, breath fogging in the 38-degree yard air. The floodlights bleach everything bone white. Steel gates clang shut behind you with a sound that settles into your teeth. No one speaks your name. You are inmate 47892-019. Nothing more. The intake officer's voice is flat. Strip, bend, cough. Cold steel table under your palms. Fluorescent hum overhead. Steady as a heartbeat you no longer trust. They issue you 2 pairs of blues, 1 blanket, 1 toothbrush. Then they walk you down the tier. Your cell is 5 by 9. Concrete floor still damp from the last mop. The door slides shut. Lock. You sit on the thin mattress and listen to the block breathe. 200 men, 1 rhythm of steel and concrete and waiting. The first month is pure routine. 5:30 a.m. standing count. 6 o'clock chow line. Oatmeal the temperature of paste. Yard at 9 o'clock if the temperature climbs above 40. You keep your eyes low, your mouth shut. You learn the currency. Cigarettes at $8 a pack inside. Stamps at $2 each. A single phone minute traded for a bar of soap. You trade nothing. You watch. On week 6 a yard fight breaks out over a gambling debt. You do not join. You simply step aside fast enough that the guards notice you did not start it. That is enough. By month 3, the shot caller on your tier, older, tattooed across the throat, nods once when you pass his cell. Induction is not a ceremony. It is a question asked through the bars at 2 a.m. You willing to handle something quiet? You say yes. Leadership is never chosen. It is assigned a moment someone decides you are useful. 2 years in, you are moved to a bottom bunk in a 4-man cell that functions as the crew's nerve center. Your rank is lieutenant. The promotion is procedural. The man above you caught a new case and vanished to the hole for 18 months. No speeches, no handschucks. One morning, the tier boss simply says, "You run the east side now." 23 men. Keep it quiet. You nod. The weight settles on your shoulders like the extra blanket they never issued. The grind begins. Every morning you walk the tier at 7:15, collecting the count of who owes what. A new arrival refuses to pay his $40 entry tax to the crew. The shock. He is 19, skinny, still wearing the fear of county jail on his face. All eyes turn to you. You're 23, the rival crew across the day room. The guard pretending not to watch from the catwalk. You feel the temperature drop 3 degrees in the stale air. You speak once low, "Tonight, after final count. No noise." The order is carried out in the shower. The new arrival learns. You do not watch. You simply verify the next morning that the debt is paid. That is the job. You manage disputes. 2 members argue over a smuggled phone. You decide who keeps it and who owes the crew an extra shift on lookout. You enforce discipline when someone talks too loud on a visit. You coordinate with external networks. 3-minute coded calls through a cousin's number, $1,200 wired to a P.O. box in the free world for the next drop of contraband. The bureaucracy is invisible and merciless. Paperwork for every transaction. Who moved what? Who owes whom? Timestamps accurate to the minute. Creative compliance means learning which guard will look the other way for $300 a month and which one requires a different favor entirely. You learn both. Year 5, the crisis. A rival faction, same gang, different shot caller, starts moving weight on your tier. They undercut prices, offer protection cheaper. Your own men begin glancing away when you pass. Authority is not announced. It is felt in the silence that follows you down the catwalk. You feel it thinning. Whispers reach you through the vent. They're testing you. You wait 3 weeks, calculating. Then the peak arrives on a Thursday afternoon in the yard, 52 degrees, wind cutting through the chain link. The rival lieutenant walks too close to your men. You step forward in front of 40 witnesses. You speak once, clear enough for the towers to hear, but not record. Touch my table again, and you lose the hand. The act is public. The follow-through is irreversible. 2 nights later, the rival is found bleeding in his cell. No one sees who did it. Everyone knows. Your authority resets to iron. But the erosion has already started. Letters from outside slow to once a month, then once a quarter. Your wife's handwriting grows smaller, more careful. After 7 years, she stops mentioning the kids. You stop asking. The man who used to count days until visitation now counts commissary balances and tier debts with equal detachment. Your own face in the steel mirror looks like every other lieutenant who came before. Eyes flat, jaw set, the small scar above the left eyebrow from the night you learned the price of hesitation. You no longer remember what your voice sounded like without the echo of concrete walls. Isolation is not loud. It is the absence of any question that cannot be answered with a number or a threat. Year 9. The shattering comes without warning. It is 3:47 a.m. Final count has cleared. The block is dark except for the red exit lights. You are sitting on your bunk reviewing tomorrow's collections. $680 in stamps, $1,100 in green, 3 new debts. The numbers are perfect. The crew is quiet. And in that perfect quiet you understand. Leadership here is measured by fear, not respect. The echo lands like cold steel against your spine. Every order you gave, every debt you collected, every man who stepped aside when you passed. They did it because the alternative was worse. Not because you earned it. The system did not elevate you. It simply used you until you became the shape it needed. The realization is quiet, irreversible. You do not cry. You do not speak. You simply close the notebook and lie down on the bunk that is molded to your body after 3,287 nights. Year 12. The cycle. A new case lands on your record. Contraband found during a routine cell search. Planted or real, it no longer matters. You are transferred to a different block on the far side of the compound. The crew replaces you before the dinner count. A younger man, 28, calculated aggression in his step, takes the bottom bunk you left behind. The same 23 men fall in line the next morning. The same taxes are collected. The same coded calls go out. The temperature in the yard is still 38 degrees the night the new lieutenant walks the tier for the first time. You sit in your new cell, 5 by 9, same dimensions, different number on the door. The fluorescent hum is identical. Outside, the system keeps its rhythm. Gates, counts, debts, fear, perfectly indifferent to your absence. Somewhere down the tier, a new arrival steps off the bus into 38-degree air. All eyes will turn to the man who now holds your old rank. He will feel the weight settle exactly as you did. He will learn the same numbers, issue the same quiet orders, watch the same slow erosion of whatever he once called himself. You close your eyes. The steel door slides shut with the same final sound it made 12 years ago. The block breathes around you, steady and cold. Tomorrow the count begins again at 5:30 a.m. and the day after that. The hierarchy does not retire. It simply reassigns.